Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Precious, and this is the YouTube channel that tackles all things eczema. And in this video, we are going to be looking at how genetics play a role in eczema and what some common triggers for eczema are. So, let us dive straight into the video. Yes, genetics play a crucial role in eczema. This means that some people are more likely to develop eczema than others. Studies have shown that the estimated heritability of eczema is 75%. This means that eczema is highly hereditary. For example, my eczema gene comes from my mom's side of the family. Yes, so if any member of my mom's family is seeing this video, just know that I blame you guys. Yes. And out of my mom's kids, I am the only one that has the eczema gene. I mean, why me? Why not any of my siblings? Yeah. So, genetics actually play a crucial role. Apart from your family history, age and ethnicity are also two factors that play important roles in your likelihood of developing eczema. Children are more likely to develop eczema a few weeks after they are born. However, you can also develop eczema in your adolescence or adulthood. I, for example, did not develop eczema until adolescence. I never had it as a child. But from adolescence up till now, I have been struggling with my life, if you know what I mean. So yes. And then for ethnicity, studies have shown that 19.3% of Black children actually have eczema and are 1.7 times more likely to develop eczema than white children. So these three factors are very important. Also, did you know that eczema is more easily recognizable and diagnosable in white people than Black people? This is mostly because on the white skin, eczema usually presents itself as reddish discolorations that is easily seen to the eyes. But on the darker skin, eczema can present itself as darkish discolorations, purple, gray, or even brown discolorations. So it is more difficult to see and to identify and then to diagnose in Black people. So yes, now you know that. You're welcome. So now let us go into triggers. What are triggers? Do not forget that we have already identified and established that eczema is an autoimmune disease. It means that there are certain environmental factors that actually trigger or spark your immune system to become overactive. So yes, these environmental factors are what we call triggers. And these triggers actually differ from one person to the other. So the fact that you and I actually both have eczema does not mean that we have the same triggers. What is my trigger might not necessarily be your own trigger. So we have to look at all of this. But there are certain triggers that have shown to be common amongst people with eczema. For example, materials with wool have been shown to be a common trigger. Fragrance is another trigger that's shown to be very common among people living with eczema. So I do not do well with fragrances, no. So I make sure that all of my skincare products, my laundry products do not contain fragrance. They are all fragrance free. However, does this mean that we cannot live a life that is full of fragrance? No, because I personally love to smell good. I love my environment, my space to actually smell good as well. So yes, you can actually have deodorants, you can have, fragrances that make your space feel good, but try to avoid contact with your skin. So all of my skincare products, like I said, do not contain fragrances, but I use body mist and perfumes. However, I do not spray them directly on my skin. I spray them on my clothes, on my shoes, on my hair, but I do not spray them directly on my skin because I am trying to avoid a flare up. So fragrance is another thing. But for you to actually identify some of your triggers, this is what I usually do. If I am using a new skincare product or any new product for that matter, I make sure that I do a patch test. This means that I apply them to my forearm for a couple of days and see if there's going to be any reaction to that. If there is, then I immediately stop it and do not apply them to other parts of my body. This is important. Patch testing is one way that you can use to identify your triggers. You can also be very observant to see what works for you and what does not work for you. Another example is that any product that contains alcohol do not work for me. They do not. I know that most toners and cleansers actually contain alcohol. So I do not use any cleanser for my face, but I use a toner. And my toner is water-based and not alcohol-based. This is because alcohol has a tendency to dry out your skin. And eczema thrives on dry skin. You do not want your skin to be dry as somebody with eczema. You want to always avoid dry skin. And so, alcohol is a no-no for me. Also, I make sure that I try to hydrate as much as possible. I am somebody that does not really like to drink water, yes. But because I know that my skin, the way it works, does not have to be dry. So I make sure that I drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, so that my skin barrier is protected and I do not have any flare up or itchy skin or dryness. So looking at all of this, you can begin to have an idea of how to identify your triggers. There are also some foods that contain substances that might spark your immune system and might be a trigger for you, so you want to watch out for that. There was a time where I started suspecting some food that maybe they could be triggers for me, but thankfully they were not triggers, and so yeah, I'm free to eat anything that I want to eat. Yeah, so observation actually really matters when it comes to identifying your own trigger. Do not listen to other people. Do not think that what is somebody else's trigger most likely have to be your own trigger. No, it doesn't have to be. Just be patient, walk through all of the products that you use, and then find out what your triggers are, including your shampoo, your skincare products, your laundry products, the food that you eat, the kind of clothes that you wear. You want to look at all of these things and rule out what you think that your triggers might be. We are still going to talk about all of this and certain products that actually contains a lot of things that you want to avoid in upcoming videos. I hope that you have learned one or two things from this video, and I am thankful for you that you watch my video, you like it, you drop your comments. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So see you in my next video. Take care.